Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be about my Moleskines. You guys, listen, for 2023, I was like, Sylvia, don't buy 15 planners. Don't buy 6. Don't even buy 5. So technically I have 2 dated planners, okay? This one is my niece's, and I brought it just to show you the difference of what I did to the monthlies in case you haven't seen my other videos. But this is technically one of 2 planners I have. I have my Hobonichi Weeks, which is dated, and then one which is in here in my documented journeys cover. And if you want to know more about this cute little pocket cork cover, you can watch the video. I will link it down below. So this is the second dated planner I have for the year. And my third planner is a bullet journal. This is more for my writing than anything else. And I haven't made an executive decision whether or not I am going to do a traditional bullet journal or more of just like a commonplace writing notebook. So let's start with a quick flip through of my pocket / filled notes sized situation that I have here. So because I already opened this on camera, I had, and it didn't work out. I had dot grid and then the line and then also, and then the square. So I put one of the square in here to see if I wanted to pair it with this Moleskine weekly. So the monthlies, because this is a weekly situation, they still can make the months nice, but they don't. They make them on one page and they're teeny tiny, itty bitty living space. And I don't care for that. And I saw on Monique's channel here on YouTube, is it Monique Smith? I will flash her name on the screen. I saw that she had one of these and she basically covered them and made it 2 months, which I thought, oh, that's amazing. So they have all this random stuff at the beginning. I don't even know what it is. And I just covered them and I think it looks nice. So there is that. Now I didn't cover the inside here, which I normally do because I had this tucked in. And I thought, what's the point of putting a pretty sticker here if I'm just going to cover it up? And I might do that if I don't use these companion notebooks. But on the inside, I just have a quote. And then this is the sticker that came on my packaging for this gorgeous cover. And the sticker was beautiful. So I put it here and that's now where it lives. I do have like this landing page of sticky notes for inboxes. Sometimes I'm sticky note heavy and then I go like a month or a couple of weeks where I just don't use them at all. On the year at a glance, I have kind of separated it with this, the planner spot dates. These are the important dates. And I think that I printed this at 100%, but you can see the cut marks. So I wasn't going to reprint it because it's not that serious. It really is not. I don't care enough. So it's there and it's going to suit my needs. I'm not going to work for it. It's going to work for me. On this page, I went ahead and put a sticky note here as well. Yeah, some people like to use these for trackers, and I might because you see how the monthly header here is kind of not indented, but it's kind of shifted over to the left. So you could write something here. So if you wanted to track your water, like every time you had 6 glasses of water at the very least, you could go ahead and mark it off. But you can put a title there for something you wanted to track every day. So I might give that a go. So these stickers are actually from Hobby Lobby, and I talked about that. This is the Midori stamp. These are the stencils from Hobonichi. I like to use the weeks because they're teeny tiny and they fit in there very nicely and they don't take up too much space. I used lined Moleskine pages all the way until December. So I got the full year in here and you can see that this one's kind of looking a little Frankenstein. That's because I used an old Moleskine ruled page notebook I had and half of it wasn't used. So I tore out the pages and then I used a tape runner to put them in here. But the last pages in here are perforated and that's why it looks like this, and it's not that serious. If it was, I wouldn't have done it. I thought about putting washi tape, but I just don't care enough. It's supposed to be loosey-goosey, wabi-sabi. Also, I thought, well, by the time December comes around, I'll probably be in something else anyway. Then I had another landing page before the weeks start, and I decided to use this as my social media and learning calendar. So what does that even mean? I say it like I don't even know what it means. I do. So this is my everyday carry, and so Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I just feel like in order to be better at social media, because I'm always trying to learn, especially since my nieces and nephews like it a lot, and I'm trying to figure out TikTok, which I just don't care for, and I think that's fine. I like the YouTube stories because I'm already comfortable on YouTube. I also like the Instagram stories because I'm comfortable on Instagram. But I thought it would be nice to put a sticky note for each of the things I'm trying to track in here. So YouTube, Instagram, reading, and lessons. And then I thought if I needed to, I could pull this off and put it on the week. That way I could check it off as I go. I like having at least one sticky note where I write stuff. That way if I don't get it done, I can just, you know, peel it off and move it to the next week. And you see me do that a lot with my reading. So basically I wanted to keep this simple. I went ahead and made a line down the center. The weekend is on the same row, Saturday and Sunday. So I separated that and I used this cream color correction tape that I found on Amazon. You can just put in correction tape, cream colored, and you will find it, since the name is obviously in a different language. And then I went ahead and I made Sunday its own row over here to the side. And that's what I did in the bigger version of this that I had for 2022. Where I kept my track of my writing, and I found that it wasn't that serious to have something that big for it. I just needed a notebook for writing more than an actual planner. And that is how I plan on using this first week. Actually, today is the 27th. I don't think I'm going to use this at all. So in my Hobonichi weeks, we talked about this and how they give you like a month before the new year. And because of the way that month December falls, you get some days of November. So I didn't actually use these first 2 weeks and I just put my routines here just to try that out. And I used washi tape so I can peel them out anytime I need to, especially if I decide I want to try out a certain like template or something on these extra pages. Loosey-goosey, it's not that serious. That is going to be like my theme for the year. That's going to be my mantra, to just say, Sylvia, it's not that serious. Yeah, so that's how I think I'm going to plan on using this. On one side, social media. On the other side, the lesson that I want to do for about 20 minutes. I thought about following the rules, the principles for this book called the 5 a.m. Club. And it's all about waking up at 5 a.m. and starting your day very early and getting those major things in, and then everything else falling in place. And I thought, okay, I'm going to read this book. It sounds great. And I started to listen to the audiobook and I was like, this is not what I thought it was at all. And I don't think I can get through it. So this might be that one time where I just take the principles from the book and not actually read it. Is that naughty? Probably, but it seemed like, yeah, I'm just not in the headspace where that's what I want to read right now. And then in the back, there are only like maybe 3 pages of a regular, like, just, yeah, regular pages here. So I went ahead and put my YouTube writing channel and then this YouTube channel and then Instagram and some lessons. So that's this book. And I haven't really decided what I'm going to use this companion notebook for. Since I want to focus more on Instagram and learn more, because I like learning about Instagram and all the fun things you can do, even if I don't do them, I might just put notes for that in here. Now we're moving on to my Moleskine. So this is a soft cover Moleskine. It's an A5 size, which we know Moleskine is more narrow than regular or standard A5 size. I've had this notebook since, I don't know, for a couple years now. Last year I wanted to use it and I put a sticker on here and then I took it off and I actually put it on the inside. So you might remember the sticker. It peeled off nicely and I put it in here. It was a set, a collage set that I got from Amazon. And I didn't know that it had like adhesive on the back, but it peeled off of here nicely. So there's that. I thought this would be pretty for a prompt, but I was no longer filling it on the cover. And I haven't decided whether I want to put anything on here or not yet. We'll just let that happen naturally. But originally I had put that sticker on the front because I thought I was going to use it as a writing journal and then I never got to it. So once again, this is a simple setup. I don't remember where I got this from. I think this was from the Planner Spot. I can't remember if I bought this as a digital download. Sorry, I'm getting stuffy. Or if this is part of her freebie stuff. I can't remember, but that's where it's from. And it comes in 2 sections. So this is the first 6 months. And then the second 6 months are right here. I didn't put anything on the cover here because I thought about buying another cork cover for this. Now that I know that Documented Journey does make these, you just, she said, I think you buy the A5 size and then you put in the notes that you want it for a Moleskine. I would email her before you do that just to make sure. This is washi tape by, gosh, I'm going to say it wrong. I'm gonna flash it on the screen, but it's beautiful and I love it. I just put it in here to cover where I had put like tape to tape this in, so it would look less harsh, and I think it's so pretty. So that's why this part isn't decorated yet. Have my email in case lost. I haven't put any quotes or anything yet, or stickers. Again, I think I just want to keep this loosey-goosey. When I make it too pretty, then I get kind of scared to use it. If I kind of treat it like trash, you know what I mean, kind of like trash, then I feel like I will use it more, if that makes sense. So anyway, next 6 months of the year, I put a couple of pages in between in case I wanted to have an index. I always feel like it's something I should try to do, but I don't always get around to it. And by not always, I mean never. And so this is a quote, I think also by the Planner Spot. Plan the work, work the plan, which I thought was a great quote. So I cut this out and put it in here. Also, you guys, what is it called? My titanium paper cutter. I lost the little orange slidey thing that cuts it. These are technical words, obviously. I broke it. It fell off, and I guess I stepped on it at some point, right? And then when I picked it up, the little blade was missing, and I thought I had another set. I don't. So I had to like cut this with a freaking ruler, and like it was old school, and I had to cut it with a blade, and it was just, I didn't measure it properly, and so it's a little bit shorter, and it's not that serious, but I think it's a funny story. And then after I did it more and more, I thought, yeah, I don't even know why I'm paying to do that. Like using a ruler and just some type of blade, like a box cutter, it's fine. It's not that serious. Anyway. But I digress. So here is how I've set up my writing, and it's super simple. So I have January of 2023 here. I thought this would be an area kind of for a RAM download, or what people call a brain dump. So the first of the month, this is what I'm going to be starting, and then the 15th is like, this is where I want to be. And then over here I have my categories, which is my main project. Then I'm trying to do a secondary project. So 4 days out of the week, I'm going to try to work on my main project. And then 1 day out of the week, I'm going to work on the secondary project. And then I have miscellaneous writing here. We'll see how that goes. And I'm going to talk more about it when I make a video for my writing channel. So stay tuned for that. And I do have these little tabs I just put in here randomly. I like that they're removable, so that's why they're here. Of course, if you've never seen this before, I ended up getting this, was it this year or last year? Oh my gosh, the years, they blend. This is a writing board that I ended up getting on Amazon Japan. And there's the name right there. That's what you would put in to find that. And they had a bunch of different ones that are so fun, and it sticks out just a little bit, kind of like a bookmark, but I love it. It fits really nice in this Moleskine. All right, I just zoomed in because my camera is angry and having struggles focusing, and so maybe if I don't have it focusing on so much, it's not that serious. We have quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and another video that I'm going to be making soon. I'm going to show you how I made all of this, but I have my quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 all broken down into projects, and I left some empty space on the left hand side so I can add things and check off things as I go. This is a printable freebie, and I will put a link down below. And it's of course what it says, the bullet journal, the quick reference guide. And I thought I would keep this in mind, that bullet journaling doesn't have to be glamorous. It just needs to be able to work, and it just can be simple, just like Ryder Carroll meant for it to be. And this helps me remember that. So I went ahead and I glued it in here, and oh my gosh, have you guys noticed that this is all white on cream? And I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out like I thought I would, because in the past this would drive me crazy. I thought at some point I was either going to order the cream colored paper online or go to Office Depot. Never got around to it, and I just printed it and put it in here. Look at me growing as a person. If you didn't know, you can go onto the Hobonichi website and you can print out the stuff that you find in the back of your Hobonichi, including my 100s list. So I thought I would put that in here for either, I think these are going to be essays or short stories that I want to read throughout the year. I spent 2022 trying to read 52 books for the year, and we'll see at the end if I reach that or not. And I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. So I'm very proud of that. So 52 books in 52 weeks. And technically some weeks I didn't read, and some I ended up doing 2 or 3. And I will say that yes, some of those were audiobooks, and I'm counting them absolutely. But essays and short stories, much smaller, and I thought I could probably do 100 in a year. So I thought I would keep that in here because I also want to do not just a straight up writing where I sit down and do morning pages, but really kind of where I sit down and every time I read like an essay, I really write about it. And not like a book report, but kind of my own personal thoughts. Kind of use it as a prompt of my own. I think that's what I mean. And that's everything that's in the back of this book. And again, once I start to go into more detail about how I made these and why and how I fill them up, that will probably be on my writing channel. So that is everything, you guys. Very simple. Not that serious. These are going to be, oops, my 3 major things for the year. These 2 actually fit. Let's zoom back out. They actually fit in here. Just like that. And I took everything out of here and I haven't actually refilled this. But there's a video if you want to see how it looks all nicey nice and filled out. But I like that they both fit in here and that they're kind of a little bit secure and I don't feel like they're going to get snagged on anything in my bag and my purse. This probably actually can fit in here as well. So I can carry all of my planning and writing all in one place, which makes me very happy, even though they're in separate notebooks. And that is everything. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.